Okay, we are about halfway through our assets series, and today is all about E for empowerment. We're taking each of the letters in the word assets. So have you actually ever thought about what does empowerment really mean? Let's start there, okay? Breaking down that word empowerment. I know we all throw that word around a lot, especially on social media today when we're talking about empowering women. It's an empowering movement. But what does it really mean to feel empowered? Well, empowerment at its core, deep down, is simply taking ownership of your life. It's about realizing that you have the power to make choices and decisions that align with your values, your goals, and your dreams. It's that moment you stop seeing yourself as a passive participant in your own life and start realizing you are in the driver's seat. In plain English, sister, it's time to get off the sidelines and get into the game of life. Your life. And when you're empowered, you no longer wait for permission. You no longer wait for that perfect time or, the perfect person, that perfect man to come along and make your dreams happen. No, you start taking responsibility for you to make it happen. Empowerment is really all about realizing that you hold the power to create the life you want by using micro moves and little habits throughout your day. So I'll share an example. When I was first starting out in my career, there were a ton of people, like tons, that doubted me. They said, you don't have the right qualifications. You're not in the right educational background. You don't have any vocational experience. How am I supposed to get a vocational experience if you don't let me start, right? But I didn't let that stop me. Instead of waiting for someone else to offer me opportunities, I created them. I started doing what I loved and seeking out opportunities, even when they weren't handed to me on a silver platter. And you know what? You can do the same thing too. You don't need someone's permission. Why? Well, because empowerment, it's not just thinking about what you want. It's not a wistful moment, a wish, a dream. Empowerment is all about making decisions, and it's that decision to take action. It's about showing up for you. It's about making choices every single day that bring you closer to those goals. Hopefully you've written them down. And whether that's goals in your career, your personal life, or maybe your health, it's about owning your decisions and taking all of those small, deliberate actions towards the life that you're creating, running after you, after your dreams, after your passions, after your hopes. And I have to say, it's easy to feel disempowered when life gets tough or when you hit roadblocks or when simply things don't go as planned. But real empowerment, true empowerment, isn't about avoiding challenges or setbacks. It's about learning to overcome them, growing through them, and taking ownership of your response to them. I once had this huge presentation. I'm talking in front of 35,000 people, and I was a little terrified. Not just of the presentation itself. I mean, I talk for a living. But I had thrown myself headfirst into a tizzy over the preparations, the tools, the aesthetics, the PowerPoint, the props. The old me would have wanted to cancel or just shrink away. But the empowered me said, okay, we can do this. And I didn't just show up. I showed up fully in every aspect, giving it my best at every single step. I took ownership of that moment, and it paid off. It led to other big gigs. Here's the thing. Empowerment isn't the same as power. Power often comes from external sources, like your title, your role, your influence. But empowerment comes from inside. It's that internal belief system that says, I am worthy. I'm capable. I can make things happen. Okay, here's a quiz. Do you remember my word of the year? Capable. I've committed to me, to reminding myself to know in the depths of my being that I am capable, that God has equipped me with gifts and talents and abilities to accomplish my tasks, my purpose, if you will. Empowerment is knowing that no matter what the world throws at you, yes, you can handle it. It's about stepping into your own worth, not just your truth or your power, but your worth. Embracing your abilities and knowing, gut level, soul strengthening, knowing that you are the creator of your destiny through your actions, through your daily micro habits and your choices. Okay, that's a lot. But now that we've broken down exactly what empowerment is, what's the next step? Well, the second step is belief. More specifically, belief in yourself. Now, this is arguably the most important aspect of empowerment. Wait, what? Why is self-belief essential? Well, let's think about that for just a second. I want you to think about something. When was the last time you truly believed in you? All aspects. And I don't mean surface level, the I can do it kind of way. I mean truly to the pit of your soul, believing that you're worthy of everything you desire in life. Do you believe that your dreams are achievable? Do you believe that you are capable, there's that word again, of success, happiness, and fulfillment? You know, if you've read my book, you know what I call this. It's right there in chapter 1. And here's the truth. Self-belief is the foundation of empowerment. If you don't believe in you, who's going to? And if you don't believe in you, it's going to be very difficult to take action. You can't wait around for someone else to give you permission or for an external circumstance to change. You have to believe that you have the power to make it happen. Okay, I see those wheels spinning and I hear you. So Albany, how do I build this self-belief? Well, I'll tell you what. It starts with the way you talk to yourself. She's meddling now, isn't she? Yeah. Well, the stories we tell ourselves are the stories we live. Your brain is powerful. You don't put into Google what you don't want to find. So if you keep telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'll never be successful, well then guess what? You'll start to believe that narrative. You'll create a life that matches that story. But the opposite is also true. If you begin telling yourself, I am worthy of success, I'm capable of greatness, I have what it takes, you'll start to believe those actions and you'll start to take actions on those beliefs. It's really a cycle. The more you believe in you, the more empowered you feel to take action. And the more action you take, the more belief you build. Do you see the cycle? Okay, seriously, not to totally geek on this, but you know I'm a super geek. And if you're a little bit like me, you want to go online, check out the Mayo Clinic, check out the National Institutes of Health. You can read all the studies. This is fact. And don't say I didn't warn you, because you're going to fall down that rabbit hole too. But here's the good news. You can simply start small to build big belief. But Albany, how do I start building a self-belief? What are the practical steps? Okay, I gotcha. Start small. Start by setting tiny achievable goals, and that means write them down. Whether it's writing down goals for the day or completing a task you've been putting off or stepping outside your comfort zone, just even for a few minutes. Every single time you accomplish something, you're adding a little more fuel to that fire. You're filling the bucket, if you will, of belief in yourself. And every time you hit that milestone, I don't care if it's little, I don't care if it's big, I want you to celebrate it. I want to celebrate you. Celebrate your success like it is a big deal, because to your mind, it is. Your brain doesn't differentiate between a small win and a medium win and a big win. It just knows it's winning, it's accomplishing things, and that is what builds momentum. Okay, are you ready to go further? We've covered self-belief, but the next part is really crucial, and it's a crucial step in empowerment overall because taking action is the key. Here's the thing. Empowerment really is nothing without action. You can have all the belief in the world, but if you don't act on it, nothing changes. It's like buying the workout tapes but leaving them in your car and not doing it, right? Well, empowerment isn't just a feeling. It's something you create through your actions. So every time you make that choice to move forward, even if it's that little baby step, you are empowering you. When you act, you show the world, but you also show yourself that you believe in you. And when you do take that action, yep, you're gonna get it. You gain more confidence, you gain more clarity, you gain more control over your life. Clarity, confidence, control, they all go hand in hand. Okay, I might be reading your mind again. Are you thinking, ooh, that sounds scary. I don't know, that's a lot. Okay, well, let me tell you, fear is normal. Fear doesn't go away just because you're empowered. In fact, some of the most successful people that I work with every week still feel fear. We talk about it, but they just don't let it stop them. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not that we don't have fear. We're not fearless. We've learned to act in spite of fear. You can still be scared and take action. In fact, how about this? Sometimes fear is a sign that you're on the right path, right? It's that emotion. But maybe we need to flip the script. Next time you feel that migration of butterflies overtaking your body, you're sweating, your heart is racing, instead of naming that feeling fear, name it excitement. Or how about anticipation? Excitement for new beginnings. Anticipation that good things are coming because you've told yourself they are. I'll share this one. One of the most powerful things I've learned is that small actions lead to big results. And it's not just about making a huge leap all at once. It's about consistently making the right moves every day. It's about building momentum. Every time you make an intentional choice, one that you've chosen to move towards your goals, you are building that momentum and you're strengthening your belief in you, in your own power. Do you see how you're in the driver's seat? Okay, my polypractical needs to make a quick appearance in this conversation because you know I'm very practical on some of these things. So I want those real life actionable steps that you can take. What is it that you can do today to start empowering yourself? Well, one, I want you to shift your self-talk. Start by changing your narratives. Change what you say to yourself. Replace your I can'ts with I can or I can't yet. Replace I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy with I am worthy of success. I am welcoming success. Number two, start with small steps. You don't have to eat the elephant all in one day. Pick one goal or action, write it down. It doesn't have to be huge. The key here is to start with an action, and writing is an action, and taking one step towards what you want, whether it's starting a new project or reaching out for help or simply putting a plan in place, you're going. Now, number three, celebrate your wins. Every time you take action, no matter how small, I want you to celebrate it. This is going to build your confidence and your motivation. So here's the deal. Empowerment does start with belief, believing in your ability to make things happen, but it fuels when you take action, starting small and then building that momentum one step at a time. And finally, celebrating your wins along the way. In my book, Get Off Your Assets, we talk about momentum and being an internal cheerleader. This is how you're going to do that, is celebrate those wins. You're your own greatest source of power. And my hope and prayer for you is to start stepping into your power today. Stop waiting for that right moment. Stop waiting for that right someone else to give you permission. You have everything you need right now to make your dreams come true. So start that today. Believe in you. Take action and watch your life transform. If you're still stuck and you don't know how to start with that action, drop a comment below. Write down what's that one goal, even if you've never shared it with yourself, or if you're afraid to share it with yourself or someone else, write it down. We're going to count that as your action, and then you can go celebrate. If you want to share this with someone else that needs a little empowerment, hit the share button or go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Between you and me, I know you've got this.